Hey everyone, it's Delusion Dispeller. How's everybody doing? I got some paperwork I have to fill out while I'm talking to y'all today. And I need to make some hard-boiled eggs because Matthew and I are going to the river for a picnic today. I'm going to go meet him down there, down at the river. He's going to have his bike. He's going to ride down there, and I'm going to drive my truck down there, and we're going to have a little picnic, two of us. He will probably do a live once I get there, most likely, I guess. So, predetermination. Anyway, hope everybody's having a great day today. I'm having an okay day. I haven't done a whole lot of anything other than laundry today and chatted with some people. That's about it. Chatted with my daughter and a YouTuber and a friend. So, yeah, that's what I pretty much did today. I need to find a black or blue pen. I have a green one. I have a red one. I do not have a black or blue one, though. And I don't know if they would appreciate me filling out something with anything other than blue pen. Hold on. I will be right back. I need to get a pen. Don't go away. Well, if you haven't already gone away. Hold on. I'll be back in a minute. Give me a moment. I need to put on some eggs to boil for the hard-boiled eggs. I'll be right with you. I really don't want to cook them in broccoli water, so gotta get some fresh water. Alright. I'll be there in a moment. Hi. I'm going to get some eggs, put them in the water, turn it on to boil. Okay? Be right back. Okay. Eggs in there. Alright. I got the eggs going. Got them going. Put them back in the fridge. Okay, I'm back. Hi. So like I said, I'm doing some paperwork here, filling out some papers while I'm talking to you. So how are things going with everybody? What's happening in your day? Anything exciting? I just thought I'd come on because it's a different time of day. And maybe somebody's here that isn't here other times that wanted to see me. So, and you missed my show otherwise. By the way, if you like my channel by chance, like it, subscribe to it, share it with your friends, put the word out, etc. Also, check in my favorites because I actually added a bunch of liked videos today to my, well, not my favorites, check in my liked videos. I've added a lot of videos on narcissism and trauma bonding, abusive marriages, and things like that that maybe you might be interested in if you are interested in the whole narcissism and abuse topic. You might want to check out those other channels that I really like. So, yeah. Eventually, I probably will do a review on some of those channels and do a video on it. I probably won't do it live. I'll just do it on an upload basis. I have some other ideas, too, in the future. Let's see. Sorry, I'm writing in between talking, like I said. Oh, hey, storyteller. How have you been? Yeah, I think I just honestly had kind of a down month for me. And now I'm good. I feel like myself again. Part of it was probably my medicine. I really don't know. Some of it was just the drama on here that after a while it gets to you. It seriously does. Oh, hey, Save Robbie. Hi. I wish I could have stayed longer on your upload live thing the other day. But my computer, actually it was my phone, and it was all over the place. It was blinking at me and zooming in and out, and it was doing all kinds of crazy things. Oh, I'm sorry about your dad, storyteller. Anyway, Robbie, if you ever want to do a collab with me, I would absolutely love to do a collab with you. You're like so much fun. I don't know what we would do it about, but it still would be fun. We talk about the making of the Save Robbie belly dance. Oh, thank you, Save Robbie. Or just Robbie, either way. I was supposed to do a collab with Diane's channel. Diane on Diane's channel. She never contacted me. She said she was going to do one on some kind of psychology topic, and we were all going to talk about it, probably narcissism or something. And then somebody told me that they saw a video she did on narcissism. She never looked me up and told me she was doing it. I would have loved to contribute. It's fun. Not that narcissism's fun, but talking about stuff you know about is more fun than getting on and saying, I don't have anything to talk about today. Like you, Robbie, you always got a topic. I've been at this since 2008. I'm getting old. My topics feel stale to me. And I just need some kind of a new plan, which I'm working on. I'm working on it. I got a few things I'm thinking about doing, a few tricks up my sleeve, you might say, to revamp my channel a little bit. I did go in today and looked at my playlist, and man, what a mess that was. I had things in playlists that didn't belong in playlists that they were in. So I deleted a lot, I hid a lot, privatized it, and moved it around and tweaked it all over the place, and did a whole new profile picture of myself with Matthew in it too. So hopefully that'll, be of interest to people. And yeah, I want subscribers. I want viewers. Who the heck doesn't? Why are you on YouTube if you don't? Really. I mean, yeah, you could just come on as a hobby and not care about that. I don't mean that, but I know I love doing panels too, except that the problem which StreamYard needs to fix is giving us more control over the comments in the chat. Like if somebody comes in and they do something I disagree with, no, I knew what you meant. We should be able to delete that comment and have it not still show up on StreamYard. You know what I mean? Have you noticed that? You can delete it through YouTube and it goes away on YouTube, but on StreamYard, no. Unless it just doesn't go away for the creator of the channel, maybe? I don't know. All I know is when I delete comments, I still see them. So maybe that's just the creator. Maybe for other people, it really does go away. But that's just confusing. StreamYard, get your stuff together. Seriously. Okay. Anyway, And Lily, whatever her name was, man, that girl can talk. She can out-talk me. Seriously. Those women you had on there were quite the powerhouses. I felt like I couldn't get a word in edgewise. I'm not that lippy. I can't barge in. I don't like interrupting people, so maybe I'm not that great on a panel of more than a couple people. I don't know. Thank you, Robbie. I know I went back and I watched it and I was like, huh, I did okay, I guess. I really thought I looked goofy and sounded goofy because I couldn't tell whether I was heard over the other ladies or not. And I was trying to figure out what Mel was saying. And I can't make out what she's saying because her accent is so thick. It's funny. I can understand a Saudi Arabian accent, a Turkish accent, maybe even a Brazilian accent, but Australian, I have a hard time with that one. It's very thick. Very, very thick. And I love Mel's videos. Yes, I know she's a little crass, but honestly, she's pretty fun. I love her. What's her character I like? The bug lady. I was trying to tell her that on your live the other day. I was going to say, Mel, I really like that bug lady one that you do. But I didn't get a chance to. But that's my favorite character. I like the bug lady, and then what is the other lady's name that everybody was asking her about? They said, where is whatever her name was? I can't remember. I like her too. The real British lady that she does. The impersonation of. But it was fun because Matthew told me, hey, Robbie's been on there a long time. He's got everybody under the sun on his channel today. He's got everybody as a guest. That's cool. I wish I could do that, but a lot of the people on here don't like me. Creators don't like me. And I don't really care, but it would be nice to have more people on my channel. And I wanted to go even on, what's her name? Perplex channel. I wanted to go on there one night and she wouldn't have it. She just blocked me. It is very exhausting. I remember when I did a couple days all day long. It is so tiring. Even if you have the thing and bring it with you, like your mobile device or whatever, it's still tiring because you're talking the whole time you're doing things. And until somebody does it, they don't realize how tiring that really is. Yeah, it's fun for them, but you're sitting there going, oh my gosh, I'm just going to drop. And you got to keep pushing yourself. And you're like, by the end of it, you're just looking for the bed. You're like, that was fun. It was awesome. I'm sure it'll get great views and subs and everything. But, oh my gosh. Yeah, it will wipe you out. But it is a lot of fun. And we got some really great people on here. Even if I don't agree with all the views and everything. Generally, I like the people on here for the most part. Except the sneaky, snaky ones that say they're your friend and then stab you in the back as soon as you turn around. Those I can do without, but story of my life. Those are the ones I attract usually. So hopefully that changes in the near future. Almost as much as my diets change. I change friends, I think. Sometimes I keep some of them, but they got to want to do their part on their end too. Can't be a one-sided thing. So, anywho, Matthew was working today. I was working, hanging up clothes. And now I'm just filling out some paperwork, and I have to pick him up, I think, around 5 today. Yeah, he works till 5. And tomorrow he works till 4. Oh, I'm sorry, he works till 4, not 5. No. Tomorrow he works 11 to 8. So, anyhow, that's what's going on here. Nothing else more exciting at the moment. So what are you up to, Robbie? Getting ready to go out to work? So quiet today. Nobody chatting. Oh, you're sitting standby at work. Gotcha. I was just talking to my daughter today about how fast this year has gone by. She's already in her second year in college. And I feel like it was just yesterday when she started her first year. Ah, yeah. Do you work a factory job? I think you said you drove for some company or something, right? Transportation. Yeah. Hey Robbie, I got a little idea for you. I know you like my belly dancing video to your song Save Robbie. If you could make a song, you're a bus man, gotcha. If you could make a song, design a song, whatever you call it, produce a song about, well, I don't care what it's about, but maybe like with belly dancing type music, like Arabic style music, that'd be easier for me to belly dance too. I'm not real good at those, whatever that thing's called, grouply or whatever. I don't remember what it's called, where those young teenagers are supposedly belly dancing and all they're really doing is moving their belly around and to the music or whatever. But I will do an actual belly dance to a song if you can put it to like belly dancing music. It'll be easier for me. I tried to do it to your one song that you sang with the one girl, but it wasn't working for me. So it's a certain beat that you have to catch the beat with your hip, if that makes sense. Oh, you do? Is it posted? Can I listen to it? Okay, cool. Yeah, that would be fun. We can collab that way. Maybe you can interview me afterwards if you want about how I came up with the idea for the dance. I don't know. Honestly, belly dancing started as a hobby. It wasn't any big deal to me. I was just like, kind of like a bucket list thing. Like before I die, I want to do blah blah blah. And I always wanted to learn to belly dance, but I didn't think I could do it because I was just like so in awe of all those people shaking their hips around. But then I saw this thing called the groove movement. Um, okay, I saw this thing called the groove movement. It's just a lady that gets up and like moves and teaches people that no matter how big or small you are, no matter if you're in a wheelchair or whatever, you can move, move your body however you want. Just listen to the beat, move to the beat and whatever, about how music is an expression and stuff like that. And that's what kind of, I think, got me really interested in the whole belly dancing thing. Because I thought, well, I'm not a tiny person. And belly dancing, you're supposed to technically have somewhat of a belly. Like if you're like the original belly dancers, they were big people. They were not little people. They weren't skinnies that, are so flamboyant in their beautiful dresses. And I love all that. But the fact is, the original belly dancers, like back in Jesus's day and all that stuff, had bellies on them. They were chunky women. So I thought, well, I'm a chunky woman right now. I'm still trying to lose the weight, but while I'm chunky, I may as well express myself, let the belly do something instead of sitting there hanging around like it does. Shake it a little bit. Maybe some of that flab will fall off. That's my hope. So it's funny to me when people come in my room and say, Dee Dee, you're fat. Oh, really? Tell me something I don't know. I know this. This is why I've been on 50 zillion diets on my channel. I'm fat. I know. Hello. I'm well aware that I'm overweight and obese, clinically obese, actually. I'm not proud of it. I'm not one of those people that will like fat shame anybody, but I'm also one that believes in health. And if you are unhealthy because of your obesity, then yeah, it probably would be a good idea to start eating healthier and take care of your temple. You only got one. People are very mean. I know. I don't know. Sometimes I think, well, maybe I should just ignore them and delete them, but I kind of like the spar back and forth. I don't mind it. if it's not like super violent, people start threatening to do stuff to me or to anybody in my chat, then obviously they get reported, obviously. But if they're just coming and saying, Dee Dee, you're ugly, you're fat, who's that bald? What did the guy say yesterday? Who's that ugly bald guy with you? I said, I don't know. I don't see any ugly bald guy. I don't see a ugly bald guy. I see a handsome as heck bald guy who I adore with everything in me. That would be my husband, but I see no ugly bald guy. I'm good with some of them. It depends. When they start bringing up certain people, then I start getting uneasy because, not because of the trolls, but because based on how I answer the trolls, they go back to those people and they start stuff. And then I got to get phone calls and contacts and emails from the people. Why'd you say this? And you know they send spies in because that's just what they do. Not all of them, but some of them do. Because they want to start drama. And I don't know. Sometimes I'm into drama, sometimes not. I don't stay in it long even when I do get in drama. Like true crime. I have watched true crime channels and stuff about true crime before the internet was even a thing. I used to watch TV shows about it and whatever. But I'm not like a diehard true crime person that constantly wants to talk about who died, how they died, who killed them. To me, that's depressing. I don't want to waste my mind space on a full, steady diet of negativity. I would rather do parodies and joke around. And I know how you feel about parodies and stuff. The thing about me doing parodies is anybody that I've parodied, I've always asked permission. And if they're offended by it and ask me to take it down, I will. And I have. So to me, if, like you said, if it's a parody and the other person can laugh too, that's one thing. But if you're doing parodies to mock somebody and be mean to somebody, no, that's not cool. Consider yourself a solution channel. I like that. I like that a lot. I'm not sure what my channel is. Matthew and I were talking about that. What would you consider my channel? I have a little bit of everything in it. I have Bible, I have dancing, I have some parodies, I have some singing, like a variety of things. Maybe it's a variety channel. I don't know. Can my channel be classified? That'd be my next question. I really honestly don't know. It started out as a recovery channel. Basically an exposure and recovery channel, exposing narcissists, and here's how you recover and heal after you've been abused by one. But now it's gone from that into every which direction that you can think of. So I don't know. I don't know what I consider myself. A mishmash of a little bit of this, a little bit of that, you know. Cornucopia channel, maybe. I don't know. It's just all different things. All different things. So, anyway, I don't know. If anybody wants to classify my channel for me, let me know. I even do like mukbangs and I do fashion hauls and stuff like that. So, yeah, it could be anything. I am open to anyone viewing this to let me know what you think. What kind of channel is Delusion Dispeller? I'm glad you're in here, Robbie, because nobody else is talking but you. Oh, I see a new name in here. Jealous Seagulls. Hi, Jealous Seagulls. I've never met you in my life. I love your name. I didn't know seagulls could be jealous. Maybe they could be jealous if one of the other seagulls is getting their bread that you're throwing to them. Stuart Barton. I remember Stuart Barton. How have you been? Long time no see. Anyways, Robbie, get to work on that song for me if you don't mind. And I'll do the belly dance to it. Yeah, and while you're looking for whatever music or making whatever music, however you do it, if you come across any free use, whatever it's called, fair use music for me to dance to, let me know, because that is so hard to find. And I don't want my channel to get strikes on it, you know? So that'd be helpful. If you happen to see any, just send it my way. Please and thank you. Thanks. Thanks. I appreciate it. Sorry, I'm writing in between talking to you. So if you see me look over and down, that's why. Hey, Robbie, how old are you, by the way? Just curious. I'm 53, but I just wondered how old you were. I was thinking like maybe mid-20s, early 30s. Oh, cool. Thank you, Robbie. I will be right back. I got to check my eggs. I don't want them to burn. Trying to fit this pan into my freezer, y'all. Hang on. It's not happening to me. There we go. Then where am I going to put the ice? After you guys these Mondo-sized ice cream buckets, I'm going to try to fit them in this tiny little freezer. Not that the freezer's tiny, but trying to fit that ice cream bucket in is almost impossible. All right, I'm back. Nobody's talking. Nobody talked the whole time I was gone, huh? Wow. I'm stuffing my face a little bit. And got me some mix-ins. Okay. You didn't tell me how old you are, Robbie. If you prefer not to, I respect that. It is a really hot day, y'all. Seriously. Very, very hot day. Well, I think I filled out everything I needed to fill out. Okay, I'm done filling out my papers, and Matthew will have to check it over, and we'll have to figure out the rest of it together. Also, Robbie, if you ever want to sing with me and do a collab that way, I'm game for that too. I can sing. That is another one of the God-given talents. Praise be to him that he has given me. Just let me know anytime, as long as I'm not busy. So, jealous seagulls. You didn't answer me. You didn't say how you've been. Nobody's talking. There's 16 people and not one person talking right now. Robbie pretty much had a chat with me. Storyteller, I don't know if you're still here. People just busy. It's a busy time of day, I think. Probably a lot of people, their kids are getting out of school, and maybe some people are starting to get ready to get out of work. That's all good. It's all good. We sure don't make chats like they used to, though. Man, I remember coming on here back in the Chris Watts era, and I could barely keep up with the chat sometimes. Now, not so much. By the way, inevitably, somebody's going to comment about this red mark on my head. It was some kind of a cut that I got, and then it got a scab, and then the scab came off, and now it's just like raw skin with a big bright red mark. And I don't have any cover-up makeup, so there it stays. Raw and real like it is. Oh well. I don't know what to talk about, y'all. Anybody got a topic? 20 people? Come on, somebody out of 20 people got to have a topic you want to talk about. At least one that I know about. I don't watch the news, so I'm not real interesting when it comes to that. I don't know who killed who or what happened to so-and-so's business or what's going on across the world with Afghanistan. I don't know any of that stuff. Don't care to know any of that stuff. It would make it really hard to tutor people probably if I knew more about the news. So I just kind of stay away from it. I don't want to treat people with bias any more than I would normally, you know. Like based on a news broadcast, I don't want to be like, oh, well, your country's coming over to kill all of us, so why should I teach you anything? I don't want to help you come here and kill us all. I don't want to be like that. I want to just treat them like, you know, friendly and kind. I don't want to be mean. Because they're people too. And just because they live in a country that's wackadoodle sometimes doesn't mean that all of those people from that country are like that. Trust me, they're not. I've talked to many, many people all over the place now. And they're not. They're not all like that. In fact, I'll tell you exactly how many students I've actually had conversations with since I started. Oh, let's see. We're in September. I think it was like May or June I started. And I have met 769 students. And I've talked for 10,141 minutes. And I've had 895 chats. So, yeah, I've met some people. Online anyway. not in person, but online. And it's some of the conversations have been really good, really sweet. People are really decent all over the place. There's good people, there's bad people everywhere, every country. That's why it's really hard for me, like when people start talking politics with me and say, well, we should get over there and bomb the heck out of them. I'm thinking of those people as people, like the little kids that I tutor and the sweet little old ladies that are trying so desperately to learn English, to talk to somebody, that's, I don't know, their group is involved with or something, who knows, whatever. Or the young guy that's going into university next year, but he can only make it into the one that he wants if he can speak English. I mean, I don't want to look at them as, well, you're the enemy, I'm not going to help you, if that makes sense. I can't do it. So anywho, yeah, so that's about it on this end. I don't know what else to say, and it is almost time to go pick up my husband, so I guess I'll conclude since it's kind of a still chat room at the moment. But Robbie, thanks for coming in and blessing my day and blessing my socks off, dude. You know I love you. And thank you for your kind words the other day on your live. That made me really smile. How you said that I'm adorable or something. That was so nice. And it's cool to hear that because, everybody I think has a picture of themselves. Like, I don't mean a photograph. I mean how you envision yourself to be, inside. And I'm a little girl with pigtails in my mind. I'm not this feisty woman that I sometimes seem on here. I'm just this little girl saying, love me, please love me. I'm really a nice person. Please don't hurt me. That's who I see myself to be. That's why I changed my actual name to Laura Beth instead of Laura with Beth as a middle name. Because I'm little Laura Beth. I'm not this ready-made counselor woman or a Colbert. Like my mom wants me to be more like my sister who's a plastic surgeon, or my brother who is the supervisor over the janitorial services of 11 different hospitals in New York. I'm not that. I married poor 3 times. I did not marry a businessman any of those times. I married a factory worker the first time. I married a learning disabled man the second time. And I married a man who has a really rough past the third time. And people say, well, do you tend to just attract these people? I guess I do. I guess everybody needs somebody, and maybe they needed me, or maybe I needed them. I don't know. I do know that Matthew, of all 3 of my husbands, is definitely the sweetest to me. He is the most touching, like huggy, rubs my shoulders, runs his fingers through my hair, holds me close. That's Matthew. Sal, my second ex-husband, was very communicative. I could have conversations where we were talking back and forth. For the first time in any marriage, before I met Matthew, I finally had a guy that would sit and actually care about what I had to say and ask me questions about what I'm interested in, and I him. But my first marriage, we were married 23 years, Roland and I. And for the most part, he wasn't home much. He was out helping everybody else. And when he was home, towards the end of the marriage, like the last 10 years, all we did was fight. Just argue over everything, fight, fight, fight. He thought he knew everything. He would tell me, don't go to the doctor. I already know what the doctor's going to say. A lot of times my kids were in really rough condition and I wouldn't take them to the doctor because this intimidating man was saying, you don't need a doctor. You don't need to spend our money. You can just stay here. I can tell you what's wrong. I was very intimidated and very emotionally abused and threatened, and just, that's not all of who he is. He does have good points. The sad thing is his motive, I guess, behind when he does have the good things that he does, because he does a lot of things just for notoriety or, to be known and to look like the good person. And he doesn't have a whole lot of sense of self-worth, except this false self of, oh, I do all this work all the time. He's a workaholic. And therefore, I'm a good person because I can fix this person's drain. I can roof a house. I don't know, he's a handyman. I can do handyman stuff, so that makes me something. But he never really developed the interpersonal part of himself, which didn't work for me because I was looking for somebody that was interpersonally secure. And since he wasn't secure in himself, he really couldn't give me what I needed either. And I just became frustrated and angry and resentful, and it was just a big mess. My kids will tell you, we get along better now than we ever did that they can remember when we were married. It just was terrible. We were both looking for something from each other that neither one of us had to give. And I was burnt out, and he was spent because he didn't have it, and I kept demanding it, and he couldn't give me anything. So anyways, my second ex-husband was learning disabled, so he didn't know how to give me what I needed. He knew how to take. He was very much like a child in an adult's body. He was in his 50s when I met him, and I was too. But he was a 50-year-old who really had the mind of a much younger person. And although he would listen to me for hours on end, he also used me in a lot of ways. He stole money from me. He stole items from my daughter and justified it, saying, well, she can get other ones. You know, that kind of thing. But Matthew, I already knew that he was coming with, as they say, baggage. And I loved him through it anyway. And I saw the potential of who I believed he could be. And sometimes I felt selfish about that. I felt like, well, am I just loving this man for who I think he could be? And am I ever going to be able to really love him where he's at? So the good thing that happened was Matthew realized that where he was at was not a good place. And he began working on improving who he was as a person for himself. But when he did that, I also let up on my demands and said, you know what? I made this decision to love this person. I finally have a person that treats me pretty darn well. I'm going to do what I can to break my own pride and selfishness, give him some leeway so that he feels like what he does matter and is applaudable. Because when you're like me, who have lived on my own for at least a few years, learned to budget my own money, learned how to be very frugal with money, was very comfortable in some ways being single and in other ways emotionally not comfortable. But for the most part, really a self-made person at that point. I was working a full-time job. I was raising my daughter, who at the time was like 14, 13, something like that. And along comes this guy who is so needy at times, but also he's also everything in a man that I would want. So I had to kind of take the fact that he is needy and I was having needs and put his needs first. And that was hard because that meant I had to go without for a long time and still times now. But I have to say, I feel like I can go before God one day and say, hey, you know what? I loved that man that I believed you put in my pathway with everything in me. I swallowed my pride, got rid of my pride. I crucified the flesh, so to speak. And I realized that now it's not just about me and what I want or what I need. It's about him too. And maybe if I'm meeting his needs first, because he is a kind person, because he is a giving person, maybe now this will turn out where we both get our needs met. And it'll be, as they say, a match made in heaven. So that's my plan, man. Anyhow, I don't know why I got off on that tangent, but I did because I'm me. So thanks for listening, everybody. Anyway, yeah, I don't have to go quite yet. I'm gonna probably wait till like 3:45 on my clock here, and then I'll leave. So I'll just keep on rambling about whatever comes to mind. If you haven't seen them, these are an example of the woodcrafts that my ex-husband, my first husband, and I did when we used to go to woodcraft shows. This is a Air Angel airplane. Oh, hi, Casablanca. And this is another one, the Freedom Flyer. I named them. I painted them. My ex cut them out. I love these things. I keep them on my desk so that when people from Saudi Arabia say, hey, you come visit me, I say, no, I don't like this. I don't want to write in that. How are you doing, Casablanca? How are you? Casablanca Post. Interesting name. I don't have any issue with people that are lesbian or homosexual or anything like that. I really don't. People think I'm homophobic. Beliefs, but as far as the people, I have no issue with you being a human being and deserving respect. I really don't. We have homosexuals in my family. I see them all the time. So it's not any big deal. I'm not in your bedroom and you're not in mine. So as far as I'm concerned, you're a human being and a person. I don't need to know about somebody's, practices outside of chatting with me or hanging out with me or whatever. I'm not, it's not my business, basically. It's not my business. So you're welcome here. Don't worry about it. No biggie. And I do allow younger people into my chat room. That's why I tell people to be respectful in what you say and how you talk, because there are young people that come in here. There are students that come in here. Hey, Casablanca, I went to your channel. I see is that Arabic that you're writing in? It's interesting writing. I don't recognize it. I wasn't sure if that was Arabic or what it is. But I do tutor some Arabic people. Are you Arabic? Are you from Saudi Arabia? Casablanca? Not that you have to be. You're from Morocco. Oh, okay. I've spoken to 2 people from Morocco. Nice people. Welcome. Welcome. Yes, and because of my tutoring, before the company that I worked for said that I could no longer tell people about my YouTube channel, people started coming here from my students. So I'm hoping, in spite of the fact that my company no longer lets me do that, and not that they did anyways, that people pass on the word and people find me from there. Because my students are welcome on my channel. I don't have an issue with it. I don't live my life in fear of people in other countries or in this country, but I don't trust people at the same time, if that makes any sense at all. I don't think anybody can hurt me on a computer. Seriously. I just don't want people knowing where I live. I don't want people following me, that kind of thing. And I don't think I have to worry about that, honestly. God protects me. So what's new, Casablanca Post? What brought you here, first of all? How'd you find me? I'm curious. I like to know where people see me at. I am going to subscribe to your channel, though. I probably won't understand it if it's all in Arabic. But you're a cute little kid. Well, I shouldn't call you a kid. You're a cute little teenager, I should say. And you do look little, like me. I'm only 5 feet tall. So how'd you find me? You must have just gotten out of school. Well, Morocco's on different time, though, probably. Aw, thank you. I appreciate that. Check out Save Robbie's channel, too. He's got a pretty awesome channel. He's a good guy, good friend, good online friend. I'm touching up my nails while I'm talking to y'all now. I like multitasking sometimes. What do you love about my channel, Casablanca Post? Do you also speak English, I'm guessing? Because you could be translating, I guess. Hi, Karen. How are you? How are you doing today? Just search by the word live. Yeah. That's how I find live channels, too. Well, thanks for telling me that. I kind of forgot. People could just type in live and poof, my face shows up. I'm good, Karen. How are you doing? That's pretty cool that you can just Google me, kind of. Well, not really Google me, but YouTube me. YouTube search me. And there I am. Or whoever's on live. You're feeling okay? Good. I am glad to hear that. Me too. I'm feeling pretty good, actually. I had a humongous lunch/dinner meal. I have my lunch and dinner kind of combined, and then I have a little bit of a protein veggie snack later. That's how I've been eating lately. I had, believe it or not, 2 cups of pasta, the spiral kind, and it was the orange, green, and white pasta, the veggie pasta. Yes, I do. Well, not anymore, but I did, Karen. And, excuse me. And I took chopped up a little bit of cheese, put a little bit of dressing, coleslaw flavored dressing, and these Brazil nuts. I chopped up some Brazil nuts and put it in there, and some blueberries. Oh, it was so good. But yes, I do feel alone, or did feel alone a lot when I was younger, surrounded by people. It's like you're kind of lost in your own little world in a crowd. Oh, it was absolutely delicious, out of this world delicious. Oh, and I put some Parmesan cheese on it too. It was so good. It is a recipe from something called the Wenway plan. Oh, yeah, I know somebody was going to ask me that. It was a cut. It scabbed over. The scab fell off, and that's what's left. Just a raw, round spot. I don't have any cover-up for it, so it's just there. Doesn't hurt. It's just my humanity showing through. Blood. Ugh. What are you going to do? We all have those little blemishes and stuff, you know. But thanks for asking. I appreciate your concern. Yeah. So what are you up to today? Did you work, or? I didn't work today. I'm going to work tomorrow. Probably early morning, and then in the evening after the sun goes down, I'll work. Before the sun comes up and after the sun goes down, because tomorrow's my Sabbath. But I will be going live and doing a thankfulness video live stream, because I said I was going to do that. I still haven't done it yet. Tomorrow, hopefully, is the day. Matthew works again, so I will be pretty much on my own. So I will be doing that live. It won't be an all-day live or anything. It'll just be a little live during the day. And I hope to actually turn on some spiritual programming on my computer tomorrow to actually get into Torah or the Bible or something biblical, because it is the Sabbath and I keep forgetting to do that too. I used to do that, Karen. I used to type bulletins, and then I used to stuff them with the flyers and stuff like that. I remember those days. I'd forgotten about that. Thank you for bringing back a really happy memory. I can remember that. And I used to clean the church. See, when I met my first husband, he was a janitor of the church. So as I got more involved in the church, they had me type up the bulletins and, yeah, put the flyers in them and stuff like that. Put them in piles in the pews, and, yeah. I've lived a really full life, y'all. I know a lot of people look at me and they say, well, you've never kept a job for more than a few years. Correct, I haven't. I've job hopped. I've church hopped. I've people hopped. I'm a hopper. Oh, I goofed. Sorry. Tomorrow is not Saturday. Tomorrow is Friday. My bad. Thank you, Christine. It's been one of those weeks. I forget what day is what. Darn it. I thought tomorrow was Saturday. I have had many, many jobs. I have sold insurance. I've worked fast food. I owned a restaurant with my ex-husband. Photography. I've done that. I've worked from home. I've sold pizzas over the phone. I've worked in Burger King, Wendy's, Old Country Buffet, Ryan's, Market Grill. Yeah. And of course, when an employer looks at that, they're like, why don't you have any job longevity? Can you account for these spaces in between? Let's see. This year I was having babies. I had 4 babies, so there were babies in between. This year I was having marital problems, so I went to live with my friend. So that would account for that. And then I got back together with my ex-husband, and therefore I didn't need to work. So that's why I didn't work at that point. Over here was I just unemployed because I couldn't find something. Over here was because I got in a fight with the boss because the boss was a narcissistic control freak and I didn't want to deal with them anymore, so I quit. You know, I can give you a myriad of reasons why there were spaces in between my employment. They were all legitimate reasons. It wasn't because I was lazy and didn't want to work. It was literally because there were reasons. So, and it was because my brain just got freaked out by feeling like I was going to die at that job and never experience anything else. I love new experiences. You know, it's interesting because there are those people that go hang gliding, jump from planes, bungee jumping, on those rides, that the slingshot rides that fling you into the air. That's not me. I don't like adrenaline junkie type person, but I'm a different kind of adventurist. I don't like staying at anything for any length of time and doing the same exact thing. I get really bored. I get restless. I feel like I'm missing out on something new. I don't know what you call a person like that, but that's me. I love just jumping into new things. Like when I start feeling like, okay, I've done this. Same old, time to do something different. That's why I do so well at home. Because, yeah, it's tutoring. It's the same thing, but I'm seeing a new face every time somebody signs onto that camera, onto that app. So to me, that's adventurous. I even get tired of that sometimes, to be honest with you. I just get like that. I get restless. My brain works that way. And yeah, I could take drugs to drug myself and just pretty much stick to one job for years and years, but that wouldn't be really who I am. I'm not a person that commits to things that are the same thing all the time for years and years. I admire people that can say, oh, I've been at the same company for 20 years. Good for you. That's amazing. I can't fathom that. I really can't. My mom wishes I was like that. She wishes I was like my sister, who's a plastic surgeon who went through like top name universities. She's a brain. Brilliant girl. Brilliant, and beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. 2 beautiful daughters. Handsome as heck fiance. Beautiful person. Godly person. Good Catholic girl. I admire her. I do, but that's not me. I'm not that. I never will be that. That's not how my brain is wired. And like I said, for all we know, I could be autistic. Somebody came in the room last night in my chat and said, you're autistic. Okay, maybe I am. And what is your point? I was born how I was born. God thinks I'm beautiful. He thinks I'm the apple of his eye. I don't think I need to have anything more than that for the creator of the universe to approve me. I really don't need your approval. That's the way I see it. So, I don't know. I'm glad I am who I am. I like me. I love me. I'm really comfortable in my own skin, and I wish more people were. Because the ones that aren't are very threatened by people like me that are. I don't know why. It just makes them uncomfortable because they're always trying to second guess themselves or make apologies for living or just being really mean to other people to make themselves feel like more powerful or something. I don't have a need to do that. Yeah, I think I could too, Karen. I just don't know. But you know what? Aspies are pretty cool people. Audies are pretty cool too. I call Matthew an Audie, but he's Asperger's. We see the world through different eyes. I say we because I think I might be, but I don't know. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm just eccentric. And that's okay too. I'm not harming anybody. I'm not going around hurting people and, lashing out at people or starting trouble. Now, if they come at me, or start acting narcissistic to me, I'm going to have something to say about it, because I'm also not a pushover. That's the other part of my personality. I don't like being controlled. And if I start feeling like somebody's controlling or manipulating me, you're going to hear from me. I'm not going to just sit there and take it. I'm not going to be nasty and rude. Like, I might get sarcastic. That's my biggest flaw. I might like sit there and be kind of mocking, and I don't know. I just get like that. And I'm trying not to be that way. I'm trying to just handle situations and words without lashing out at the person or attacking the person's character. That's very hard for me. I grew up in a very critical type of family. And I don't think they meant it to be harmful or mean. It's just they grew up in a critical family, my parents and stuff. So sometimes it was done in jest, and sometimes it was just really done because that's how we communicated, which was very dysfunctional. But sometimes people do that. So I came by it honest, I guess you could say, and it's something that I've tried to break all my life, is that critical spirit. Hi, Oliver. How was your day? How was your day today in school? I loved school. High school, I liked some of my grammar school classes, and I absolutely loved college. Loved it. And if somebody came to my door right now and said, hey, guess what? We've decided to accept you to our college. It's local. We'll even bus you there if you want, whatever. We'll pay for the whole thing. Come on back and you can get your degree, and then we guarantee you a job in a clinic. Heck yeah, in a heartbeat, I would. Because I loved college. Especially if it's like classes that are psychology based, like the mind and personality disorders, especially. That's what I want to study. Anyway, I'm excited because I added a whole bunch of people, psychologists and life coaches and whatever, to my liked videos. So people can check out and see what I'm interested in. And then maybe those people that are part of those channels will come and see what I'm about. And maybe we'll get some really good quality comments and stuff, and just subscribers and people that can share their story. Maybe I'll be able to do collabs with people and interviews, and I'd love to do that. I'd love to have a channel where I could interview people and we could just talk about topics. That'd be flipping awesome. It really would. Maybe interview other Asperger's people, you know. I don't know if I am, but if I am, whatever. And even if I'm not, it would be neat. I just always looking for that. So anybody that's watching this would like to be interviewed, want to share your story a little bit with me, I'm open to it. Just let me know if you want to do that. I would love to have you on, and we could do a StreamYard video, or we could even do a Zoom chat and then we upload it later if you wanted to. That'd be fine. You could Zoom and edit out parts you didn't want on there. I'm open to a lot of different things right now as far as collabs and things like that and interviews go. It would be a lot of fun. So, yeah, I think now that the whole Chris Watts thing has pretty much died down until they do this special on TV, which I won't be watching. I have no interest in it. I think after that, those of us that aren't doing the Chris Watts stuff and don't want to deal with it anymore, can go in different directions. I can take this channel in all kinds of directions, and I will. Like I said earlier, I do have some plans. I do. And you'll see them unfold as they come available and as I get everything put together. I will continue to do my Letting Go series till I'm done reading the Language of Letting Go book. I'm torn between How to Break Your Addiction to a Person and the Boundaries book. So if you're watching this, type into the comments what your preference is. Do you want me to talk about boundaries and read about boundaries? Or do you want me to do How to Break Your Addiction to a Person? Let me know. They're very similar because, well, boundaries is a lack of, it's an addiction in a sort if you violate somebody's boundaries. So either way will work for me. I have some other books I'm kind of checking out, thinking of doing some readings. I want something shorter that I know I'm going to stick to. You know me, if you've been with me any length of time, the Proverbs videos, how I started at Proverbs 31 and am counting backwards. As you see, even doing the ones from the backwards side of things, from Proverbs 31 all the way up to 10 or whatever, I still stalled. I still got bored with it and stopped doing them. And I am going to be doing those again, maybe on Saturday. A couple more, a few more, whatever. It really takes a lot of brain power for me to commit myself to sit down and say, okay, got to read this and commentate on it. And, it's just, I don't know. I get bored so easily and I get so, restless and stirred up and want to do something different. And I'm just like that. Matthew's kind of like that to an extent too, unless it's like a video game that he can get really into it for hours and hours and hours. Me, not so much. I don't really commit to anything, die hard like that. Now, a topic I will. Like if I want to study, we'll say dieting. I can go from video to video and stay on that topic, but I couldn't watch the same video series like for months at a time. I can't do it unless it's like something really fun, like This Is Us. I love that show. I think I could watch that probably longer than any other series because it's so fascinating to me and I get so into the drama of that. Because it takes you into like the psychological end of things too and the struggles that people are having. And I love that kind of thing. I eat that up. So that I probably could. But like I've tried watching other stuff like the, not the Golden Girls. What is the name of that show? Gilmore Girls. I've been wanting to watch that because I've never seen the show. Oh, cool, Robbie. That's fine. I've never seen the show Gilmore Girls, and it's like one of those things I just have always wanted to watch. There's so many TV series I would love to rewatch. I bet it is, Robbie. Well, hopefully I'm not as boring as sitting at work, but yeah, I just really, I don't know. Everything about life to me fascinates me, and that's such a huge thing for me. What you may not know about me is I used to be very suicidal and extremely clinically depressed for years. I've talked about it before. I've talked about how I used to lay on my floor in the basement where my bedroom used to be with my ex-husband, first ex-husband, when I was married to him. And I would just lay on the floor in the daytime and sob and lay in puddles of tears, literally, just crying out to God, not understanding why I was so unhappy. Life was so bad. It hurt me so bad that my kids were turning against me. It was awful. I never thought I would be where I am now, being able to sit on a camera, saying I love my life. I'm happy with life. I love myself. I like myself. I like everything about life right now. It's good. And even if somebody died right now or I lost somebody, yes, I'd grieve, but I would find that happy at the end of all of that. I would not stay in that funk, I don't think. I bounce back really fast from stuff. My mom even says that. My mom is very Catholic. But my mom would tell you if she would ever get on here, which she won't. She hates internet, doesn't want anything to do with YouTube. Constantly tells me how I should dress, how I shouldn't say this and that. Look at the background behind you. It's messy, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, she's not my main supporter. But if she came on here, she would tell you, oh, one thing about my daughter is she has gone through stuff nobody should ever have to go through. And she is very much the overcomer. She just bounces right back from stuff. I just do. I always have. I have very, very strong and firm resilience. Resilience. I don't know, whichever it is. Resiliency, I think. And not everybody has that. And that's a blessing to me that God gave me that because he knew in my life I would need to be able to bounce back from stuff. He knew that people would come at me and attack me, in text and in phone calls, online, in person, and bosses would hate me. Pastors would loathe me coming across their path. He knew because I'm just different. And he gave me that ability to just say, okay, whatever. Flick, Yeah, I will share with you. The Wen-Wei diet, that actually, they called it the Wen-Wei diet on Dr. Oz. It's what to eat when is what actually the full name is. They call it Wen-Wei because you're talking about when you eat. So they call it the Wen way. That's where that came from. Basically what it is still the intermittent fasting if you can. If you have like a normal work schedule and you work like, 9 to 5 or whatever, I don't know. You wake up, if you can, you fast breakfast. And then for your lunch, what you're going to do, what they say to do is take your breakfast, eat breakfast like a king, lunch like a prince, dinner like a pauper. The idea is that your circadian rhythm, and I shared this a little bit last night, your circadian rhythm is such that in the morning, you burn off carbohydrates highly. In the evening, your body wants to burn off, what is it? Fat, protein, something like that. I can't remember it exactly, but it doesn't burn carbs very efficiently in the evening is what it basically boils down to. So they tell you get the majority of your carbs before 2 o'clock. Eat the majority of them. So I had that big pasta dish that I told you about. I had that around noonish, maybe 11:30 noon, something like that. And then I had a little bit of this Cool Whip because I know I'm going to eat it anyway, so I'm going to eat it. So I had a couple tablespoons of that. Tonight I have hard-boiled eggs that I'm bringing for the picnic and some broccoli. And I'm probably going to make us a broccoli salad with some hard-boiled eggs in it for our picnic lunch or picnic snack, I guess you could say. And they don't want you eating any carbs at all after 2. You can eat, just not carbs. Eat your proteins, eat your vegetables, but do not eat carbs. So you can eat all the carbs you want up until 2. And for me, that's really good because I skip breakfast anyway most of the time, unless I wake up and I'm just like, I really want breakfast. Aria, I know some people love it. I'm just real hesitant about it, but I'm glad it's working out for you. I'm not going to poo-poo on anybody's parade. If it's working for you, good. I've just seen personality switches in people that use it, and it concerns me. You sound fine, though, Robbie. You seem like you're doing pretty good. And I think Aaron's doing pretty good on it, too. So to each his own, whatever works for you. I used to sell stuff like Thrive, so I'm not going to, put people down for it. Hi, Sue. Good morning. For you, good morning. For me, almost evening. It's almost 4 o'clock here. But it's good to see you. I wouldn't usually be on at this time. I'd be on tutoring somebody. So enjoy me while you have me, I guess. Anyway, so that's the premise of the Wen way or the what to eat when diet. That's basically it. They tell you like little recipes you can eat. You should drink water. They didn't really stress the water, I don't think. I don't have the book, so I'm not really sure all of what it entails. I would love to get the book and do a book review, like a book review video. That would be totally cool. But if you want to see it, it's on Dr. Oz's channel, and I will try to link that channel in this video so that y'all can see it. Let me see if I can find it right now. I'll put the link in while I'm thinking about it. And it's not Dr. Oz. It's actually Dr. Michael Roizen is the one that talks about it. So I'm going to give you the main page where you can find it. There's like a few videos on there about it, so you can check it out for yourself. Oh, that's cool. Okay. So that's the link right there, everybody, if you want to click on it and find out more about it. Let me know if you can get to it from that link. If you can't, I'll try to give you an actual link to the main video. But you know me, I hop diet to diet. It's just me. But actually, every diet I've hopped to has been working. I actually am down at 196 now. I'm pretty freaking excited about that. Because y'all know, you knew me when I was 207 pounds, 17 pounds, something like that when I started. Oh, good. I'm so glad. Yeah, cool. Cool. Yeah. And it's easy. This is so much easier than just saying, well, I'm doing keto. I'm going to eat like 25 carbs. No, I can't do that. I tried it. I mean, I did it for a little while, but I didn't stick to it. I couldn't stick to it. I like carbs a lot. So I knew I was going to eat carbs. But also they do say, you know, stay active as much as you can. Even if it's just jogging in place or walking around your house a few times, any kind of activity is better than sitting around not moving. And honestly, it's not just about your weight. As you get older, you need to move because your joints need lubrication. You're not going to have knees left if you do not function being able to stand and walk and bend and stretch and squat and all those things. The egg diet. I have not tried the egg diet, but I do eat quite a bit of eggs. So that is one I have not tried. I've tried so many other ones. I've done the cabbage soup. I've done Weight Watchers. I've done, what was the other one? Herbalife, Slim Fast, the generic version of Slim Fast. What's the other one called? There was a support group I went to. It wasn't Weight Watchers. It was like that, though. Weight loss support groups. What was it called? Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. What it was called. Not Noom. I haven't done Noom. I knew somebody that tried Noom. I don't think they're still doing it, though. I don't remember what it's called, but it was very similar to Weight Watchers. I'll check it out, Sue. Right now, this is working good, but I just started it, so. Stick to lean proteins. Aim to cut calories. This means eating a lot of eggs, chicken, turkey, lean fish, or for protein. Boiled eggs for breakfast, eggs and other forms of protein for lunch and dinner. And then you can eat low-carb fruits and vegetables. It's kind of what I'm doing, actually, other than I am eating carbs. Doesn't sound like they're big on carbs on this diet. I just bought 2 boxes of macaroni. I'm not trying the egg diet till I use up my macaroni. Yeah, it's a simple diet. Broccoli, cauliflower, mushrooms, carrots, apples, greens, and citrus. And then you eat hard-boiled eggs besides that. Well, it stands to reason why you would lose weight. It's super low in carbs and calories. See, and that sounds like a really good diet, Sumi. That's a good question, Erica. I do have a goal weight, actually. I want to be between 110 and 120 pounds because being 5 feet tall, that's really a healthy place for me to be at. 110 may be pushing it a little bit too low. Matthew's done at 4, but I got to wait for him to let me know to come and meet him. So let me check my phone here. He might have already let me know. He'll probably pop on and let me know. Yeah, he'll probably message me. He'll probably come in here and tell me, come and get him or whatever, or come and meet him. So yeah, that's my goal weight. But you know, I don't think about it like that. I'm just happy when I see the scale go down a little bit. And it did today. So that's pretty darn happy. I'll see on Monday if it goes down a little more. I'm not trying to push myself weight-wise because I get discouraged really easily on the scale thing. So I only weigh once a week normally, but today I just on a whim decided to do it. And I had a dress on that was kind of like hanging too. So I may be even a little bit less than 196. So that made me really happy. But yeah, for the most part, I do want to get healthier. I want to be able to breathe clearly. I want to be able to bend down to tie my own shoes. I want to be able to shower easily without having to lift up every type of delusiondispeller@gmail.com. Hold on, I'll type it in for you. Yeah, I want to breathe easily, and I want to, like I said, shower easily and not have to lift up bulges to wipe under and stuff. If you don't know what I mean by that, Oh, interestingly, if you don't know what I mean by that, go and watch my 600-pound life. And there's this one black lady on there that is very, very large. She was like 615 pounds or something. And she has her young daughter, adopted daughter, cleaning under her fat rolls, like cleaning it and then powdering it. Yeah, no. I am not going to let that happen to me. And I really want to be thin. I see beach bodies. I see nice, thin women, and I want to be that. I want to be thin. It's not about keeping up with the Joneses or, oh, I want to look sexy or anything. I don't need to look sexy for anybody but my husband, period. It's not about that. And he loves me at the weight I'm at or any weight. He married me when I was much heavier. I was like 217 pounds, I think, when he met me, and he loved me then. So when I lost the weight, he loved me still. So it's not about that. It's really just about, I want to live past 100 and I want to do it healthfully. I don't want to live past 100 if I'm in a wheelchair and can't move and I'm like sickly and whatever. The only thing I want to go before I die is my mind. I don't want to know that I'm dying. I know that sounds crazy, but I really don't want to know. Because that's scary to me. Death scares me. I guess people would say, well, you're not a very godly person if you're afraid to die. Maybe not in that way, I'm not. Because, yeah, I don't, the thought of not breathing scares me. I've had it happen several times where I couldn't breathe. So I guess it's just a scary thing to me. Until it happens, I won't know, you know, but that's how I feel about it, as crazy as that sounds. I don't know. I guess that's pretty much it. Yeah, it is. It's very difficult. And, you know, I see people online that, you know, they wear all these nice sleazy clothes and whatever. And, oh, I'm a big girl and I'm big and beautiful. Yeah, but are you big and healthy and beautiful? Can you really be healthy if you have fat crowding your organs? I don't know. Maybe you haven't gotten a bad doctor report, but does that really mean just because it didn't come up on a test that there isn't damage being gradually done in your body? I don't believe that. You're putting pressure on your blood vessels, your veins, your organs, your kidneys. If you're that overweight, yeah, it's not healthy. But I'm not fat shaming. I'm not saying, well, you're ugly or, you know, you shouldn't wear nice shorts because you're too fat for them. Now, what I do think is kind of weird, I have to be honest. Old people in jeans, like elderly people. It just, sorry, it shouldn't be. My opinion, honestly, my opinion. Do what you want, elderly people, but no, it ain't pretty. Do not wear jeans if you're elderly. I can't. Just, it's my thing. It's my pet peeve. Don't flame me and blame me for it. It's just a thing. You know, everybody has something that they just go, oh yeah, no, I can't do that. Can't deal with that. I just cannot, you know, the saggy butt and I don't even hardly wear jeans because I don't have a butt. So I think people that wear jeans look better if they have a booty. Just my thought. I don't know where that came from, but you know my mind, it goes all over the place anyways. Yeah, you should only lose 1 to 2 pounds a week, maybe 1.5 pounds. But if you lose more, like 5 pounds, 3 pounds, whatever, it's not going to kill you or anything. It's just you should only expect to lose 1.5 pounds at most, or 2 pounds. Don't overdo it, in other words. Let your body lose the weight and then hold on to that loss, because you're going to lose water weight. Sometimes you're going to lose muscle. And that's what you don't want. That's why they have you on these protein diets, because they want you to build the muscle to burn the fat and retain the muscle. Because it doesn't do you any good to lose weight if what you're losing is your musculature. You're not going to be able to move. You can be as skinny as Twiggy, but you're going to be skinny in the hospital bed like Twiggy. You're not going to be up moving around if your muscles are atrophying and disintegrating. So do it in a healthy way, you know, lose the weight. Yes, lose the fat, but burn the fat with the muscle and keep the muscle. By all means, keep your muscle. Good idea. You may need that someday. That's the one thing I think I've maintained on every single diet, was to not lose that muscle and to use the muscle to burn off the weight. So I think that's why it's working, because I do have muscle. I have, believe it or not, I have a little bit of a muscle in my arm. Matthew laughs at me all the time. Just a little bit. It's not like huge, but it's bulging a little bit. I need to lift a little bit more, but thank you. My nails. Yeah, this one's starting to chip off and I need to repaint it and whatever. I was painting them today. I got my thummies blue, my ring finger blue, the little accent nails, and the rest are fuchsia. I do different stuff with my nails. I change my nails as much as I bounce from everything else. That's just me. Oh, yeah, I could just like get up and start leaving to go get Matthew, but I'm not going to sit there in the heat. I mean, I could put the air conditioner on, but I just don't want to waste the motor while I'm sitting there waiting for him. Oh, hey, Wilson family. Long time no see. I have so enjoyed everybody in here today. I really have. Thank you for coming in, Robbie and Erica and Sue and Lee. Always a pleasure to see you. I need to give you a call someday again. We need to chat, girlfriend. Karen and Oliver, Christine, Casablanca Post, and Jealous Seagulls, the new person, Storyteller. All of you, thank you for popping in on me and saying, hey, in the middle of your day. That was so nice of you. Thank you so much. So, Miss Lee RD, please leave me your phone number again in email, because I switched phones and I'm not sure you're in my phone. I want to make sure you're in my phone so we can talk once in a blue moon. I don't talk to everybody. I'm not a huge phone talker, but I have certain people I will talk to once in a while. Just not super often, because I get bored of that too. I don't like sitting on a phone call for a long time with some people. So it's another part of me that's, different, I guess. I don't know. I think everybody should have a right to, live their life how they want and do what they want to do. If they don't want to be on a phone call, they shouldn't feel obligated to do that. Everybody, just let everybody be who they are, That's how it works best. I'm messaging Matthew. Tell him, let me know when to meet you. Okay, there. Oh, my goodness. So, that is that, my friends. You too, Erica. Have a wonderful evening. We will probably be on again at some point today. We usually are. Matthew keeps saying he's going to stay off YouTube, but he can't. I really don't think he can. It becomes very addicting. By the way, if you guys check out that When to Eat What diet and you find other videos that talk about it, please send them my way. I'm looking for as much on it as I possibly can find, because I want to get some recipes together and that kind of stuff. Ooh, there's another one. I just found another video on it. Awesome. I found a video called Diets from Hell. That's really the name of the video. It's like, okay, that's something. All right, I'm going to go make my eggs and broccoli thing that I was going to make. So I will catch y'all later. I'm going to get going for now. Have a great evening, and we will see you soon.